Hello Cancer, and welcome to your reading this week, 13th to the 19th of March. For you Cancer, if it's your sun, moon or rising, particularly if it's your rising sign. But I hope you've been having a good week wherever you are. And let's get into the reading. What is this week ahead of the 13th of March? For Cancerians, what is the week ahead for the 13th of March for Cancerians? What do we got? 3 cards, please. What have we got? 7 of Pentacles. We've got the Chariot, the Sun, Cancer, and the 8 of Cups. The Tower on top. Okay. What are we seeing here, Cancer? I feel like, and I'm getting the messaging that you've been not necessarily stuck in a rut, but you're being in a place where you're continually having to pay attention to be able to enforce fruitfulness into your life. But as much as you want to enable change or action to take place for that change to happen, it's like you're an outsider looking in and you're just watching, but you have no control over your own life decisions in a certain area. And that what you're having to do is just sit and wait. And I'm getting the message that you still need to move forward. Just a second. Let's turn the light on. You still need to move forward and have that vision and that intention of what it is that you envision and where you want to proceed in the future, be it short or long term. And make the changes, even if you feel like you don't have that control. You ultimately do have control. It may see you walking away onto these 8s of Cups and feeling disappointed because it may not have happened in a way that you expected, but don't be disheartened at all. Just know that the timing isn't necessarily right. So there's something that, and I don't even feel like it's necessarily financially. I feel like there's something that you're having to constantly watch and wait for. It hasn't been happening. Actually, I'm getting the message inheritance or expectation of large sum of money. Okay. I'm getting the... All right, now it's getting clearer. I'm getting the message that you're being told or put in a position where you should expect something, but it's not happening. And yes, you feel like it's out of your control, but is it something that you should be relying on? Shouldn't you stop pausing and continue in life without having to rely on that? Because you can't take what people say as gospel. It's at face value. I feel like eventually it will come through, although it's not something that's going to happen straight away. You still need to proceed forward. It just means that you'll have to let go of that time frame or the options or, you know, what use you would have for that. And know that it will come in time. It's just not in the way or in time that you want to. So don't stop or halt your life. Don't, you know, sit around and keep pondering and waiting for it to happen, because you will have your tower moment, because you'll set yourself up for disappointment. And I feel like you can't take on what they say as being literal until you see it with your own eyes. So don't pause and have this kind of reliance on what someone else says to fulfill you in certain ways. You need to fulfill yourself, and anything that does come in the pipeline, when it does come into fruition, and I am saying when it does, not if, you're well prepared and it'll be a bonus. It's not something that you've been hankering and relying on. So I'm really hoping that makes sense. Now, the rest of the reading will go more into the oracle style, so the messages that you need to hear. And at the end, I'll do the usual yes, no question cards. So if you have a question, think of that. I just feel like you've had such a great couple of weeks that you've just gone flat. But don't give up hope. Yeah, take the lead. Take the lead. I want to actually pull another one of these cards. These are soul lessons cards. You see, you've got to take the action and make change for yourself rather than relying on someone else. So say it was inheritance and you're being told that you can expect some money. Don't bank on it per se, or live your life around that. Continue living your life and making changes and creating your own way forward in your own kind of financial fulfillment, instead of waiting around for that, because you'll only be disappointed, like I said. If you create your own, and when it does come in, you'll be so much more fulfilled and further along than if you just kept waiting and, you know, with the Seven of Pentacles, watching your garden, you know, just watching and waiting for it to happen. Let's pull another card. Express your joy. So what you're also being shown is that you need to be grateful for where you are at the moment in your life, and have gratitude for it, because good things come from that, rather than just being in this kind of, I know we don't have the hanging man there, but I feel like you kind of put yourself into limbo, and you don't need to do that. Let's see what else we got in the cards department. What message do you need to be told? Now, this could be brutal. I don't know what card's going to come out here. This is from the Sweet Ass Affirmations 2 cards by Rage Create, and they're not necessarily the best cards in terms of subtlety, but let's see what you need to hear at this point of the reading. What does Cancerians need to hear? I'm willing to let my life explode with greatness. I'm willing to let my life explode with greatness. So I recommend using this as your mantra for the week ahead. You have unlimited potential to attract all the goodies you've ever dreamed of into your life. The opportunity is so big it's scary. Our powers are beyond our comprehension, so we can create securities, blocks and obstacles to give us a greater sense of control. Now, it's funny because, you know, what I was saying is don't wait around for someone else to fulfill you. You've got to create your own. So let's see what else we have for you. We have the Green Witch Oracle cards now. What other messaging do you need to hear, Cancer? Let's zoom in a bit for you. Okay. What other cards do you need to hear for this week ahead? Longevity. It's like a long game, really, isn't it? Part of my nails, they're not the best at the moment after I had them removed. I want to read this longevity out to you. That's chrysanthemum. I'm not sure if that has any special meaning to anyone that is watching this video at the moment. If it is, then it's a sign that this reading may be for you specifically. But in terms of understanding, a phase in which trust, completion, a sense of belonging and peace has been reached is signified by the appearance of chrysanthemums. Deeper intimacy in relationships is highlighted, and you may want to explore this area of your life as a long-term commitment needs attention. A cycle of learning is coming to an end, or you now have all the facts you require. Creative blocks, melancholy, and weak boundaries are challenges. So essentially what this is saying is, maybe this reading is a sign, if you're watching, that you don't, like, you have permission to move forward without having to wait around for someone else to fulfill your life, as I mentioned, and creating your own joy, your own abundance, your own, you know, way forward. So you're being told not to give up and move forward, but do it in your way and what suits you and makes you happy, not based on someone else trying to control or manipulate you. So that's the message I'm getting at the moment. Now let's see what we have for you in terms of the self-care oracle cards. Where do you need to focus your self-care for this week ahead? Cancer, 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 Cancer. chanting. So definitely going into your meditative space and doing your chanting. I believe you should use a chant that has significance in what you're trying to achieve and attracting your desires. Is a very popular one, obviously. So look into it in what suits you and make sure you feel comfortable, and that will give you the best connection to it. But definitely going into meditation would be something you're being asked to do for this week ahead, just to help clear your mind. Think clearly in terms of what it is you need to let go of and unburden yourself with to be able to move forward. And everything will be okay. Just trust in that. So we have the root chakra of fir garnet, which is to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. And we also have the crown chakra of tourmaline. It's hard to read actually. Tourmalated quartz, oneness. You're part of the universe and always will be. Okay, now I'm going to ask, or get you to ask yourself a question. So after this answer card, I'm going to just draw a few cards from my own old little deck, just to throw out and what you need to know, what you can relate to. If you have your question, I'm about to draw the card that will give you the answer you need to hear. If you haven't had your question yet, that's fine. Just press pause and then play again, and you will receive the answer and what you need to hear. Let's get to it. What answer collectively does Cancerians need to know for the questions that they're asking? What answer card does the Cancerian questioners need to know? Question. What answer card? The answer is yes. So hopefully your question has the answer of yes that you're needing to hear, and it is a really good sign. And you can't get clearer than yes, can you? And it doesn't come up often, I can guarantee you. So have trust that it will happen. Do not doubt yourself or the situation. This is important. If you have any doubt, things may change. Be confident and believe in the outcome. It will happen. Stop doubting yourself or the outcome. It will happen. It is on the cards. Be prepared for what is ahead. It is a firm yes. It will happen. Just be sure this is what you want. Just sit back and wait for it to happen. And do not force the situation. Everything will fall into place. It will happen. It will happen. Very resounding with that messaging for you, Cancer. So as I said, even at the start of the reading, if there's something that you've been waiting for, but people are kind of dangling it like a carrot in front of you, don't stop and hold and put your life on pause waiting for that. Get on with your life, and it will happen. Okay, just have faith and trust in that. So I'm just pulled out cards, and this is what you're going to see. Water. So some of you may be going in water. I know you're a water sign. City. Who's going into the city? I'm thinking it's someone that doesn't get there often. There's a young female that's entering or having some influence in someone's life. I'm thinking the word niece is coming to mind. If you're having an anniversary of any sort, happy anniversary. Career and work changes may be on your cards. It's a really good sign. Birthday celebrations. So I know myself, and I'm a Cancerian sun. I have birthday celebrations. I've got my sister and my son in consecutive days, just over a week's time, and then my great nephew a couple of days after that. So the big family celebration next week. So if any of you are also doing that, happy birthday to those people. Church. Okay, who's been questioning whether they should be going to church still? Okay, it's on the cards. And then elderly. Look after and let your elderly people know that you love them and care for them. Let them hear that. Anyway, Cancer, this is your cards for the week. All I can say is please have faith. Things will work out. I know it feels a bit flat, but that's okay. It just means that life is plodding along for you at the moment. So enjoy your week. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.